Visionaries, creative geniuses, modern-day Renaissance men. These are not the words that people who know Luke and Jorge would use to describe them. They are best friends, shameless connoisseurs of the basic and the niche. And most importantly, two guys just being dudes. Welcome to Bad Jokes and Semi-Wisecracks with Luke and Jorge.
Welcome to Bad Jokes and Semi-Wisecracks with Luke and Jorge.
Hello.
My name is Santiago Rivera.
My name is Cully Johnson, and we're here to answer your questions.
Yes, we have received so many questions since the last time that we did this.
Right.
And these are definitely not us looking for questions to ask. But let's say that that's the truth, and you had some questions that you had to ask us. Where could people ask questions to us, Scully?
Why, they could email us at lukeandjorgepod@gmail.com, or they could add us on Twitter. They could Twitter us a tweet, if you will. So that would be a good place also.
And our Twitter handle and our Instagram handle are both Luke and Jorge Pod.
That's right.
So yeah, shoot us a DM or just tweet at us, or DM us on either platform. We will gladly take your question.
Right.
Give us a fun name that's not your name, for us to call you out as.
Yeah. We're experts, so we're here to answer any questions about anything.
Yes, but
Yep.
that doesn't guarantee that we will talk about your question on air.
Right. Yes.
Because this is a podcast, it's not live.
Right.
And also, maybe we just don't want to.
Maybe. Yes. Well, now that we did that disclaimer, I have another disclaimer for us. It's about last time's podcast. It's a little confession. Are you ready to hear a little confession?
Yes, child. Tell me your sins.
So
Should we address that real quick? I am, just for the record, I am not a priest.
Right, but if you tried to convince me that you were, I think I would believe you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's going straight to my ego.
Great.
You had something to
I did,
ask.
yes. So last time we discussed how many geese that we could face in hand-to-hand, hand-to-wing combat, and I said that I could fight approximately 3 geese. And some people that I know in real life texted me and said, "Hey man, aren't you afraid of birds?" And so the answer is yes. To all of you in the world, I am indeed afraid of birds. So though I said I could fight 3 geese, I would be afraid the whole time. So that is that. Now the air is cleared.
Wow, that takes a lot of courage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really feel like I bared my soul there.
It really felt like that. I feel like I know you better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Solely Cully.
Would you like to know why I'm afraid of birds?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
This feels like a setup for you to tell me a story, and I'm fine with
Great.
that.
It's a series of short stories. Chapter 1, the Topeka, Kansas Zoo. There's a lot of Chapter 1, the Topeka, Kansas Zoo. So at the Topeka, Kansas Zoo, they have a bunch of peacocks that just kind of roam around. And I lived in Kansas from the ages of 3 to 6. So during these important formative years at the Topeka, Kansas Zoo, the peacocks would come up and they would do the thing, they would kind of like, "Rah!" and like try to take your sandwich and stuff. So that was like scary. The birds were bigger than I was. So that was spooky. So that's one chapter. Chapter 2, the robin at the house in Kansas. So when we lived in Kansas from the ages of 3 to 6, my ages, not my parents' ages, that'd be real weird. There was a robin that could see its reflection in our window and thought it was a different robin. So it would attack the different robin, which was just in the window. But then when you're a 3-year-old inside, it just looks like the robin's trying to break in. So that was real spooky. Chapter 3, Chester the bird. So my cousins had a bird named Chester around the same time of my life.
That's a terrible name for a bird. Let's just talk about that for a second. Isn't the King Soopers fried chicken named Chester's?
Is it? That would be something.
Bro.
I
think it is.
So.
I think it is.
Dude.
But only at some King Soopers where they have the Chester's chicken.
Wow. They also have that cheetah from the corn-based snack, Cheetos.
Oh.
Isn't his name Chester? Chester Cheetah.
Yeah.
He chewed a chunk of cheap cheddar cheese. Anyway, Chester the bird. So Chester supposedly couldn't fly, but he super could fly. So that was just a spooky time. Chapter 4. Are we on 4? The red hat and the hummingbird. So one time, in a similar time, I was in a red hat and there was a hummingbird who definitely thought I was a flower, which was flattering, but also very scary. I think that's all the chapters. So yes, I'm afraid of birds. That's why. But adrenaline does real things to people. So I think I could fight three geese if I need to. So anyway, now the air is cleared. Do you have any animal stories?
I do. I have at least, I have so many animal stories. I grew up on a farm, so that's kind of like a magnet for animal stories. But instead of telling you just any number of animal stories, I want to tell you one specific animal story from my youth involving ants.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like the insect, not like
like your mom's sister or anything?
Well, I think my dad's sister was there.
Okay.
So also involving ants.
Great.
Or as I like to call them, aunts.
Oh, you're one of those.
Luke, you can't just say that.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I take it back. Redacted.
Yeah, so I was not old enough to remember, so I don't remember this. So this is a story that like my mom and my dad and my brother tell me, and they're like, this happened, and I have to just kind of like, yeah, sure.
Great.
But apparently I was like 1 or 2 years old, and we were like visiting cousins or something, and this was right as we were about to say goodbye, or I think they might have been leaving. Either way, we were out in public, and I was outside, and I was wearing like a white shirt and white pants, or like white shorts, I think. I don't remember this. This is all story that somebody else told me. Apparently, I was wearing these things. I was a toddler. I was toddling about, and like they weren't looking at me for like a whole 30 seconds, and something bad happened immediately.
Oh no.
Where I was standing over a fire ant colony, and my body in like 30 seconds or 90 seconds or however long it was just immediately covered in fire ants.
Oh no.
And my parents were like, no, like slow motion knowing at me. So they like pick me up off of this ant colony and I'm just covered in ants. And they're like brushing me off. And the entire time I was like smiling and laughing. And I thought this was fun. Because to be honest, that sounds fun as hell. And apparently they didn't bite me. Not a single bite. I didn't cry at all. And these were like fire ants.
Wow.
Yeah. Tiny little toddler Jorge, just wearing like the cleanest outfit in the world, suddenly is covered in ants.
Wow.
And then he's fine. And then it's just like minutes later is just like happy and toddling about like pointing and looking up at people and like, oh, look at the ground. Like 2-year-olds are.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't get bit. That would have been a no good time probably.
Agreed. Yeah. I think that would have top 10 things not to have happen to you.
Definitely, yeah. Space alien invasion, I feel like, is up there.
Well, it's a nice runner up.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't think it makes the list.
That's fair. Yeah. Better luck next time. Yeah. There's always next year.
There's always next year. Yeah, maybe next year we won't be invaded by aliens.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Who is to say? Are you to say?
I'm not to say.
Who is to say? If you're out there and you have any question and you are to say, shoot us an email at lukeandjorgepod@gmail.com.
Do it. We'll read it. We promise.
Yeah, and you can introduce yourself as to say.
Yeah, or not to say. Okay, I have a proposition for you. This is a hypothetical. Are you ready for a hypothetical?
Every day of my life.
So imagine that there is a person who works at Disney Pixar, and they are starting a new film. But they have lost the sound clip for the little lamp entering. You know the little lamp entering in the Pixar sequence?
Oh, yeah, the little clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yes. So imagine that this Disney Pixar employee has lost the soundbite for this lamp, but they listened to our podcast and they thought, hey, I bet one of these two clowns could probably do a great voiceover for the Pixar lamp. My question is, which of us do you think would be better at a cappella doing a voiceover for the lamp sound effects? And should we find out?
Yes. Okay. Do you want to go first or second?
I can go first.
Okay. All right. Rolling 3,
okay.
2, 1, go.
Donkey, 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 meow. That's my Disney Pixar lamp sound effects.
Good job there,
Thank
Luke.
you. Applause. Yes, there it is.
Woo! Yeah. That was good.
Thank you.
I appreciated that. Okay. So that means I have to go.
I mean, you don't have to. We could just say that I'm the winner.
No. It's not a real competition.
Right.
You don't have competitors, which I'm not, obviously.
Right.
I'm not a competitor. But I'll try it. Yeah. Do you want to count me in?
Sure. Rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Ka-conk, ka-conk, ka-conk. Woo! Oh no! Gah! Get done! Yeah, it's me. I'm the new lamp.
That was good. That was a good one.
Thank you.
I think I would pick you. Wow. Great.
My applause was longer on that one.
It was, yeah. The crowd definitely liked you more.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so now we know who would be the better Pixarist.
Pixarist?
Pix.
Voice actor.
Right.
Voice Foley person.
Yes.
Foley? The folly of man?
Ooh. Anyway,
Was that your pitch to me?
that was my pitch to you, yeah.
Okay.
So I think that you would hire yourself over me probably if you were this Disney Pixar employee.
I think so. I think
so too. Yeah.
Wow.
But if there's anybody out there in the audience that thinks that I should be it, I'd love to hear from you because that would feel nice. So let me know if you thought that I was good also. Okay, thanks, bye.
You have no reason to feel self-conscious. I mean, it's only because you're competing with me, obviously.
Right.
My mastery of... Okay, so close your eyes.
They're closed.
Imagine that you are on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
You're going side to side.
Wow.
Someone on the boat is from Jamaica. No, maybe not. Maybe they're not from Jamaica. Maybe they're from Australia.
Oh, no. Maybe they're
Oi.
confused.
Australia, man. I'm a Kiwi.
I'd like to get off the boat, please.
Oh, no, you're rocking the boat.
Yep.
Don't.
Sit down. You're rocking the boat.
And the Kiwi agrees with you. Yeah, man, I agree with him. I think this guy's rocking the boot.
Didn't you say you were from Australia?
That's rude. That's rude. To just not all people from that part of the world are from Australia, Luke.
You said you were from Australia. You were like, there's a guy from Australia.
No, I'm from Denver, Luke.
Oh,
Yeah, man, I'm from New Zealand.
there you go. Great. This is a fun boat ride.
You having fun on this boat ride?
So much fun on the boat ride.
You man?
Gotta have me and my boats and New Zealanders.
Crikey! Look at that crocodile.
Wow.
Oh,
Crikey.
I think that's who you thought was from Australia because he's from Australia.
Right.
I'm from Australia. Shrimp on the barbie.
Good. This is a good boat.
This
It's
is
like a cruise. It's like a
It's
whole.
an international cruise.
Yeah. And then you have me.
Yeah, you're from. I'm here too, though, so don't worry.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's
I was worried.
as you should be. Yeah, you want
Definitely.
to stand out too much.
Right.
Maybe you want to stand out just enough. Right, you got to
Yeah.
be yourself.
Yeah. Be who you want to be. Barbie girl.
I have a pitch to you.
Pitch it.
I would like to present this to you and also to the stockholders
Okay.
listening in.
What kind of stocks do they hold?
They shareholders.
Ooh.
They all hold shares.
Okay.
Most recent LP.
Excellent. I love it.
Yeah.
Was she with Sunny on that one, or was she just by herself?
She's by herself.
Okay.
Sunny is out of the picture.
Good on her.
Who's Sunny, right?
Yeah, out here with a last name and stuff. Get out of here, Sunny.
Hate that for him.
Yeah, who needs a last name?
Not me.
Definitely not like Moses or anybody.
Abraham.
Yeah, Jesus.
Well, he has a middle name, though. We don't know what it is, but it starts with an H.
Oh, that's right. He does have a middle name. Maybe it's like Happy.
Her middle name is Happy.
No chance as a kid.
No wonder he ended up like he did. Oh, no.
You had a pitch for me.
I have a pitch for you.
Pitch it.
So, to members of the board, dear shareholders, here is my pitch. It's a marketing pitch. So, Taco Bell.
Okay.
They had a bunch of menu items that they got rid of and then brought back.
Okay. Can you name any of these menu items?
Yes. Specifically the spicy soft potatoes.
Okay.
Sorry, they're not soft potatoes. They're like crispy potatoes. But they had those like potatoes and like the soft potato taco. And they had like the potato crunch prep. Basically, a lot of people were upset that Taco Bell all of a sudden stopped having these potatoes. Because they were, and including myself, I have to admit, I have to share that I have also a bias in this, because they were like vegan, vegetarian. It was like one of the handful of things on their menu that was like fully vegan. That was also like, or like at least vegetarian, right? Because they had cheese and stuff. But it was like fine, right? Like I could eat a bunch of them and get that great feeling that I get from Taco Bell, which is actually bad. It's like really great in the moment and then terrible later.
Yeah.
And you can't get that from the black bean.
Okay.
Right. So they had a menu item and they got rid of all of their potato stuff because they stopped making the potato.
Oh.
And this happened during the quarantine, and they said it was because of the time it took to make them. It wasn't feasible with like a mainly drive-through thing that they were doing.
Gotcha.
So they brought them back. They made a big deal, and everyone was very upset when they got rid of them. But they didn't tell people when they came back.
Oh, it was like a secret? It's like slipped it in there?
It kind of, yeah. They didn't mean to do it as a secret, I don't think. But I went to Taco Bell, upset that I couldn't get spicy soft potato tacos, and then suddenly I could, and I was like, "Whoa!" It almost feels like someone should have told me.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I'm a little upset, and I think that this is the crux of where my pitch lies. I think that Taco Bell needs to almost apologize to the people that they forgot to tell about this menu item.
Wow.
Yeah. And I look to other, competitors of theirs, other fast food chains, right, that have been doing a really good job with marketing lately, even though they don't necessarily have great menu items to advertise.
Okay.
Specifically, no shade at KFC. They have been going off on their advertising, but I don't know that they really have anything to like advertise.
Yeah, that is fair.
Like they did that Hallmark movie.
They did a Hallmark movie?
They did a Hallmark movie.
What?
With Mario Lopez played the Colonel.
Wow. Was it just like the story of the Colonel's life, or was it like a...
I didn't watch it, but
Okay.
I found out about it. I heard about it, and I was like, whoa, KFC is doing this thing.
Whoa.
Absurd
Yeah.
that they didn't have anything to advertise with that. I think they did, but it was like a menu item that I didn't care about or whatever.
Okay.
Like, but that's not what got my attention. It was like the KFC has a thing that could have used that to advertise, to like, make a big announcement. Like, we're bringing back
We're bringing sexy back. Yeah.
Yeah, and by sexy we mean that double layered chicken sandwich thing that the bread on the sandwich is actually just fried chicken.
Ooh, that was pretty sexy.
The double decker.
Yeah,
double
yeah.
decker.
Yeah.
They could have brought back the double decker, which is what I feel like Taco Bell did here. They brought back
Their double decker.
which was potatoes.
Okay, great. It's like Ireland a little bit.
And I know that they've been doing this thing with like the nacho fries lately, and I don't care about the nacho fries.
Yeah.
I cared about these soft potatoes that are crispy.
Right.
That I finally have back, and I'm like, whoa. So here's the rub. Here's where we get into it.
Okay.
I think only way for KFC to make it up to these people, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
I think that the only way for Taco Bell to make it up to these people is to make a feature-length movie.
Ooh.
Right? Got to one-up.
Okay.
I know that also KFC and Taco Bell are technically owned by the same corporation.
And they're like in the same building sometimes?
Yes.
There could be like a crossover film as like the third movie in the Taco Bell and KFC.
But it's a 4-hour Snyder cut.
Yeah.
So, feature-length film,
Okay.
right? Starring Zero from the movie Holes.
Okay.
But not the character, the actor.
The guy.
Cleo.
Okay, got it.
Cleo Thomas,
Okay.
who played Zero in the movie Holes, will star as a Taco Bell employee who falls in love with a customer during the pandemic. So he
Ooh.
falls in love with her while she's there ordering the spicy soft potato taco.
Ooh, okay. Is she there ordering herself, or is it like a door dasher who's ordering for her? And then
No,
he fell in love?
she's because she comes up to the drive-thru.
Okay.
And they like interact, but only for that brief moment in time. And they eventually, she comes back and they fall in love. And then Taco Bell discontinues the item. Also, the person that he falls in love with is played by Kiernan Shipka, who was Sabrina in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which, if you haven't seen, is really good.
I don't think I've seen that.
Lucas, God.
I know. I'm the worst. Anyway.
But yes, so they fall in love. The thing discontinues, and she's like, I don't know that you don't have what I need anymore.
Right.
leaves him, or it's implied that she leaves him. He feels like he has to bring this item back in order to get this person to love him again.
Okay.
So he goes up the ladder, and it culminates in him going to the CEO of Taco Bell, who was played by John Goodman.
Okay.
This movie will co-star Meryl Streep, Timothy Chalamet,
Okay.
John Boyega,
Great.
and Denai Guerrera, who I love. She was in Black Panther and a lot
Right.
of other great films. Music will be co-written by the band Chicano Batman and also Idris Elba.
Okay.
And it will be co-directed by Diego Luna and Gael Garcia Bernal.
Okay.
Questions?
No, sounds great. What's the budget? Like a lot or like a little?
Well, that's what I'm presenting for. So I
Oh.
want to get as much as possible.
You can so your catering budget is so high, but you have to spend it all on Taco Bell tacos, specifically the soft potato ones. And your cast budget is so high because I love all those people. But your production budget is like nothing.
We
Just
spent
like,
it all on catering.
Yeah,
and
so you just have to shoot it like with your iPhone 6 in the backyard.
I don't even have an iPhone
You
6.
better go get one.
Oh no! They gave me like $800, and I spent all of it on an iPhone.
Right.
Oh,
Yep.
I didn't even buy like a DSLR. I bought like a phone.
Yeah. And you also have to edit it on the phone. So
Ooh, all
this
the
is gonna be
music.
great.
Yeah, we get the budget for the music, but they also have to record it all on an iPad
yeah. Yeah. With just the built-in microphone.
with just the microphone.
Okay, great. Yeah, I love it.
Incredible, yeah.
What's the title?
I haven't got this
Ooh,
far.
it needs to have the word soft potato in there and maybe like a P word like soft potato property or soft potato panda.
Can we make it like a play on other sort of rom-com situations?
Yes. Like what? Like the potato?
I kind of like that. Wow, I was gonna suggest something else, but I like that.
No, what were you gonna say?
What's that one with where they're in New York and they go to Cat's Deli? It Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal.
Ooh, I don't know.
It's
But I really want it to be called Love at the Deli because boy, wouldn't that be great?
there's one scene at a deli and I'm gonna have to. Can I look it up?
Look it up. Yeah, I'll stall for you.
All right.
So I wonder if anybody ever got called soft potatoes in high school as like a sad sort of thing. If you did, let us know. If you want, I guess you don't have to share your high school traumas with us. But if you want us to talk about it in public to other people, shoot us an email and we'll talk about your soft potato problems. Did you find it?
I did. It's called When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, that's a real title of a movie.
Yeah, I've almost seen this movie.
I feel like I can picture the art for the poster.
Yeah.
Is it like a lot of white background with some like red text maybe or black text?
I think it's black text.
Okay.
And they're like clearly walking towards the camera, looking at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
When potato met person.
Which of them is the potato? The one who eats them or the one who makes them? And which one is the person?
Which one came first? The potato or the soft taco?
I thought you were going to say the potato or the person. Because, boy, I don't know.
That's what the rom-com's about.
Right. You'll have to watch it and find out.
Yeah.
John Goodman will tell you in the movie. It all will be revealed.
It's funny. Okay, so when I was typing it into the thing, Google was like, I typed in Billy Crystal and it immediately was like, Billy Crystal and John Goodman.
There you go.
And now I want to know what movie they were in together.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's find out. They were in Monsters Inc.
Oh,
They're the
of
voices.
course.
They're the voices of the monsters.
Of course they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
They even kind of look like them a little bit. You know
A
how
little
Billy
bit.
Crystal has only one eye and John Goodman has horns and blue fur? It's perfect.
It's incredible.
Typecasting at its finest.
Yeah. Well, they definitely do. Their voices sound how those characters look.
Yes.
And that's not just because that's who I grew up with as them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As them in those roles.
Which of them played the little girl?
They both did. Maybe the real little girl is the friends we made along the way.
Aw, that's nice.
That was the least creepy thing I could say, but it sounded like it was going to be very creepy.
I feel like it's hard to talk about little girls without being creepy. I didn't even like saying that, but it was already halfway out of my mouth by the time I thought of it, so we're committed.
So that was my proposal.
I love it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I will give you all my money in the whole world.
Thank you. Shareholders, if you're listening, feel free to tweet at us.
Yep.
Right? Feel free to just let us know what you thought of our proposals, right?
Yeah.
You to me of who's going to be the new Pixar,
Mm-hmm.
and me to you
Right.
about this Taco Bell movie.
Right. Taco Bell Band of Brothers.
Taco Band of Brothers.
It's just like a bunch of anthropomorphic tacos that play instruments.
And they're all playing When the Saints Go Marching. When the Saints marching.
I love it.
When the Saints go marching in.
So imagine an anthropomorphic taco. Right.
Imagine an anthro,
Right.
which is a Spanish word for a dive bar.
Oh, I'd love to go to one of those. But no, imagine your taco, right? So it's got like arms and a leg, or maybe even two legs. Arms and legs, probably.
Arms, one leg.
Okay, yeah. It just like hops. No, but my question is, which way is your taco oriented? Is it like up and down, like how you would normally orient a taco? Or is it like flipped 90 degrees so that like in the real world, all the stuff would fall out? Because originally mine was flipped kind of 90 degrees, so it's like more vertical where all the stuff would fall out. But I could see an argument for an up, like a straight up and down taco with arms too.
Here's what I'll say on the matter. I think the taco is not quite vertical nor horizontal. It's diagonal.
Oh,
You're holding it. The juices drip out, but the filling doesn't.
okay.
That's the way that you should hold a taco when you eat it. You hold it towards your mouth,
Okay.
over like a plate.
But even if this is like a cartoon taco that's like also kind of a person with arms and legs, is the stuff dripping out like it just like really had to go or something?
That's disgusting.
Yes.
But yeah.
Cool. Great. Cool. Then if a taco is playing a wind instrument, where does it blow into the instrument from? Like the other side of the taco, or like is there a mouth kind of on the side of the shell?
There's a mouth on the underside.
Oh,
Also, are you imagining a hard shell taco?
I think I was, yeah, but I guess there's no reason why it couldn't be a soft shell taco.
I'm going to say something that's going to get a lot of folks real heated.
Please heat me up.
I'm going to be real controversial and say, if it's a hard shell taco, it's kind of not a taco.
Ooh, say more right now.
It's just one of those things. I think that like, yeah, it's like the thing of like when you toast bread, it's no longer bread, it's toast.
Okay.
I think like, yeah, it's not real if it's a hard shell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Old El Paso done me wrong again.
Old El Paso, make way for new El Paso.
Where everything is soft. Moving on. I don't like that.
I don't
Anyway.
like that at all. Should we answer some questions?
Let's answer some questions.
Wow, we got so many questions last time. Okay, so this is a good question, I think. Do you want a softball question or do you want like a relationship question?
Ooh, since we're on the topic of soft potatoes, let's start with a softball question, a soft potato question, if you will, and then we'll go on to the hard ball question.
Okay, softball question.
Okay.
Who is a band that is often considered a one-hit wonder that actually has a good catalog of music?
Ooh, this is a good one. Right offhand, I can think of like Survivor. Like I know Eye of the Tiger by Survivor, but I couldn't tell you any other Survivor songs. But I bet they're good. But I have no proof of this, so I guess that's not a good answer.
That's the
bad
worst answer that you could give.
Yeah. A one-hit wonder. Well, I guess how would I know if they have good songs if I only know one of the songs?
Well, it's not about you knowing that they. It's like a band that. I'll give an example.
Okay.
And I think I could stand behind this.
Okay.
Denver artist, the Flowbots, are known for one song.
Ooh, is it Handlebars?
It is Handlebars.
Nice.
What if I told you that they had other good songs from that album?
Whoa.
Even like other albums, other songs on that album are also really good. Like they have the song Rise, they have the song Fight with Tools. For what they were, which is like a sort of like rap funk band, with like multiple. They had like a violin, but but also like drums and a guitar and bass and keyboard and then two guys that rapped a lot. I think Flowbots is a really good band. I think genuinely I like their music. They came and spoke multiple times at the university that Luke and I went to school at.
They did, yeah.
And when I met them, when I got to meet both of them, I was like, well, I've always been a big fan. And it was such a cool experience of getting to like talk to them. And like, I told them about my thesis and they were super stoked about it. And they were like, whoa. And I was like, yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
nice.
But yeah, I think that's a band that I think of, or a group, a musical collaboration that I think of when I think of, they're known for one song globally, but they have so much good music.
Well, can we contrast them to Boulder-based band 303? Because they have that one song that everybody knows, Don't Trust Me. I bet you that's their only good song.
I've also listened to a lot of 303.
Oh.
I don't know that I would enjoy a lot of it now, but I sure did as a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. I would argue that there's a band that you might like that I could name as like a one-hit wonder, but you would probably be able to name more songs.
Is it 303?
No, it's Journey.
Oh, yeah. I feel like
they're not really a one-hit wonder, but
No.
you can't really think of more songs by them.
Ooh, so are you thinking of Don't Stop Believin'? Is that the one that you got offhand?
Yeah.
What about Wheel in the Sky? You know Wheel in the Sky?
The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Yeah.
What about Faithfully? You know,
I can't think of that one.
Forever yours, faithfully. Yeah. When I got to see Journey live when they opened for Def Leppard in 2018, and I was surrounded by a bunch of like middle-aged folk, and then one row of teenagers behind me who were not into it. Boy, everybody sang Faithfully real loud. It was great.
Everyone did?
Well, not the teenagers,
right?
But everybody else. It was great. It was awesome.
That sounds incredible.
It was incredible. Yes, definitely would see them again. 10 out of 10.
You got to see Def Leppard?
Yeah.
The one-armed drummer?
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. He had like a whole drum solo. It was awesome. He had a lot of pedals, which I guess makes a lot of sense if you're going to drum minus a limb. But yeah, it was awesome. I was supposed to see them again with Poison and who else? Somebody else. Joan Jett, I think, was going to be there this past summer. But alas, pandemic happened. So I don't know if I'm ever going to see them again. But it was going to be awesome. I was going to go with a bunch of work friends who are all almost old enough to be our parents and all women, and it was going to be great because it was going to be them and me.
A bunch of older women and also Luke.
Yeah. People who were there at the time and me. It was going to be great.
People who were there at the time?
Yeah, when Def Leppard and company were like
in the 80s?
Yeah, like in their prime, like pre us, before we were conceived of and then brought to fruition. I don't like how I said that, but I'm sticking with it.
That was quite the choice.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm just going to say, I think my mom in the 80s would have been like a teenager, like a very young teenager.
I think our moms are a very different age from each other.
I think that's true.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. But we're a very similar age to each other. You youngin'.
Yeah, I am younger than you.
You are.
I'm a spring chicken in comparison to you.
I'm a soft potato in comparison to you. Yuck.
Do we have any other bands? Any other bands that could
I don't know.
possibly fit?
There's like Men Without Hats. They did the Safety Dance. But again, I can't think of any other songs by them.
What's that one band that has the song that's like it? When we listened to it in the car one time, and it was like way spacier than I remember. It was like very trippy. I ran.
Oh, Flock of Seagulls.
Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah.
Do they have other songs?
Probably. I don't know any of them.
I keep trying to pitch you things, and you're like, I don't know, man. And but I guess that's fair. If I don't know them, I shouldn't expect you to also know them.
Plus, if they're a one-hit wonder band, I feel like that's kind of that's why they're a one-hit wonders, because they only have one song.
There's also like bands that were like not one-hit wonders in their time, but now no one remembers them besides their like one song.
Right.
Which is where I think Journey is going towards.
I could see that, especially of people like our age-ish and younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The band Toto
Yes.
is going, like, people only really know Africa, but they have other
Right.
songs.
Yeah. They got Hold the Line. That's a good one.
Such a good
It
song.
plays on the classic rock stations all the time.
Rosanna,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's 3.
that's 3. That's more than one.
Right.
They wrote a ton of music. They wrote like so much music for all sorts of people of that era. They like wrote for Michael Jackson. They wrote the song Human Nature.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was a song that they wrote and then pitched to him,
Nice.
and then he was like, "Yeah, I like this. This is cool." And then because they were like session musicians. They were guys that were like recording and stuff. And yeah,
Wow. That'd be a fun job. That'd be neat.
yeah. Anyways, the band Toto.
Great.
I think that fits the bill.
Yeah. They're cool. They got some fun videos. Like the video for Africa is if you haven't seen the video for Africa, you should definitely go watch it and prepare to feel mildly confused.
I would say so.
Yeah.
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 What's the storyline? Like I want to know.
Yeah. I kind of do too, but also I'm kind of happy to not know in some ways. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But hey, you, the listener, if you know any one-hit wonder bands that we missed, let us know.
Why do we sound like radio DJs?
Because we are. Waka waka. That's the sound I make when I DJ.
I have another question for you if you're ready.
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
Okay. So we're gonna call this person
Person A.
Person A. Person A says, my partner, 23F, has a habit of buying me 28M. That's an age discrepancy that I don't like. Break up with him.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, that's the advice. It's break up with him.
Right. Yeah. Wait. Who's speaking? 23M or 28F?
28F.
28F. Okay.
Yeah. I don't like that age difference. We're gonna skip to a different question.
Okay.
It's
not in the words that you told me. Ba, ba, bum, 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 bum. Hit me with it.
My 22 male
Okay.
colleague, 21 male,
Okay.
at work smells like rotting garbage. Should I tell him?
Ooh, it's a tough one. Well, are you wearing a mask? Because you should be wearing a mask, for one thing.
I think I can smell through masks.
Do you think?
I have a superpower.
I feel like I can't. I feel like I can just like smell my own coffee breath, which like is probably better that it's for me and not for anybody else. Anyway, though, I feel like that's a tough one. What do you do in that situation?
There's some more information. I can tell you more information.
Please. I thought that was the end of the question.
No, it says, hey guys, there is this guy at work I've known for 6 months now who smells terrible. Believe me, I am not exaggerating when I say that. He smells like the last bath he took was in a dumpster 2 weeks ago. The smell is so terrible, I have to hold my breath whenever he is close by and continue to hold my breath because the smell lingers.
Wow, this is quite the imagery.
What scares me is that nobody else seems to notice. Another fellow was even comfortable being lifted off the floor by the smelly guy. That's probably not safe by OSHA standards.
Probably
first
not.
of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't no person lifting at work.
Yeah, and especially if he's lifting with his back, like that's a
Right.
real no-go.
Mm-hmm.
Should I tell him he needs to have better personal hygiene? Since no one else notices, have I just gone crazy?
Could be. Or it's a grand conspiracy to get you, the speaker, to leave.
Oh, maybe they just don't like this one guy, and they're like, "Hey, man, we need you to take one." They pull him into a meeting. Hey, man, yeah. So we don't like Jeff, and you're the newest guy here.
Yeah. And you sit nearest to him.
We think that you need to stop showering.
Mm-hmm. And then one day, Jeff will just get so fed up and leave. Yeah.
I
that
think
seems like a real plan that someone would hatch up to get someone to leave.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's the only way to move forward with this guy.
Right. So Jeff, you the speaker, if you want to beat this, you're just gonna have to stick it out.
Show them that your nose is not as strong as your will to have this job.
Right. Yes. You are nasally superior than they are.
Yeah, don't let them get to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. This is
Awesome.
our sage advice. You're welcome. For free even.
Yeah, we're not charging you anything.
Right.
But if you do want to pay us back, let's say you really enjoyed that, right? This advice or anything else we've said, feel free to go. Let's say you're an Apple user. Let's say you're not an Apple user. But let's say, first of all, that you are an Apple user.
Wow, those are both of the options.
It's like what's that meme that's like between these two books is contained all of the knowledge in the world, and it's like everything, the things they teach you at Harvard Business School and the things they don't teach you at Harvard Business School.
Yeah, that really is everything.
That's everything. No, I think if you're an Apple user, go to, let's say you're listening to this podcast through Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Go to Apple Podcasts. Go to our show.
Yep.
Leave us a 5-star review.
Yep.
Tell everyone that you love us.
You do.
And if you do and you leave a question and you screenshot your review and send it to us,
maybe you'll win a prize.
And that prize will be
our
more
undying
podcasts.
Love
yeah.
And more podcasts.
And our undying love.
Right. There's some fireworks happening outside. And it's not even July.
Fireworks are gunshots.
There, I heard some. You know how fireworks have like a sparkly thing afterwards.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst, please. Baby, go ah 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 as you shoot across the sky. Ah ah. You know how ah and sky rhyme?
Yeah.
I was in a sky band one time.
Is that like a cruise ship band except you're like on a plane?
Yeah, it is. Why don't they have like cruise planes where you like get on the plane and then you're just like in the plane for like days and days on end, and they have like a pool and a band and like fancy cocktails and stuff?
Because plane fuel is so expensive.
Yeah, well, is boat fuel any less expensive? Like, have you seen how big those boats are? Those are some big boats. Take a lot of boat gas to move those boats.
Luke, how do boats work?
Well, obviously you go to the boat gas station and you get some boat gas. You want to get the 87 octane because the 85, that's just not going to do you. So you get.
Do you pump 87 on your car?
I do, yeah. I tried the 85 for a while and I could tell my car was not. It wasn't operating at prime efficiency.
Is that why my car hates me?
Maybe, could be.
Are they sentient like the movie cars?
Absolutely, yeah, but their eyeballs aren't in the windshields because how would you see if you're looking through another being's eyeballs? That would just be gruesome. So you go to the boat gas station and you get your 87 boat octane gasoline, and it's like a 1 million gallon tank, so like it takes forever to fill up, and then you drive away into the Mediterranean or whatever other body of water you're at, and then all the rich people slide your slides and drink your drinks, and that's how cruises work.
Yes. So now transfer this to planes.
So you go to your plane gas station, and since it's a plane, maybe we get splurged for like the 89 octane plane gas.
Because you don't want to, like if you run the gas on a boat, you're like, oops, stuck in the water.
Yeah.
But if you run
stuck in the air for like a little while
before you're suddenly brought down to Mother Earth.
Yes. So you get the 89 octane for your plane gas, and then you get on the plane, and then some nice person shows you where the safety exits are. And if it's like a cheeky airline, there might be like a cool little video about like how they're like made of animals or something. I don't know how there's like, or like weird like Marvel characters or something, you know, like maybe the safety vid will feature Spider-Man or something. I don't know. So then you get on your 89 octane filled plane, and then the nice people tell you where the exits are, and then you get your little fancy little cocktail, and then you slide down the slide. But you got to get off the slide in time. Otherwise you just go right through the bottom of the plane, and that's no good. Then that's how planes work.
And there's a band playing the whole time.
Yeah. But they only play the song from the Star Wars Cantina.
Is this what cruise ships are like? Because I've never been.
I haven't either. I applied to work on one a couple of summers in a row, actually. I applied to play the saxophone. But something they don't tell you in 5th grade band is that if you're going to be a saxophonist, you should also learn to play the clarinet and the flute. And so I tried to learn both of these things over the span of like a couple of weeks, and that didn't work, as you could imagine. So naturally, the cruise ships didn't want me. And so here I am now instead, on land, doing a podcast.
On land, doing a podcast. That's how I prefer you.
Thanks.
Yeah, because that means that you're here, and you can't go any further down.
I mean,
no ships and no planes.
This is true. We are upstairs though, so I could just like walk down the stairs. That would be further down.
We didn't have to reveal the secret. You know?
Oh, we are not upstairs. We are on the ground level. And there is no further down that we could go. And that's the real truth. It is real, and it is the truth.
Okay. You and I are both employed,
Yes.
so I feel like I can ask this.
Okay.
Have you ever lied on your resume?
Have I ever lied on my resume? No, I haven't. I have, however, made sample resumes for theater for my classes, and I put a headshot of Ed Sheeran, and I list some random weird stuff that is absolutely not true. So that's, I guess, kind of lying to children, but I do that a lot anyway. Have you ever lied on a resume?
No, I haven't. But your thing made me remember a thing
Okay.
of when I was in high school, my sophomore year. We were doing U.S. history,
Okay.
honors U.S. history.
Ooh.
We had to do like a profile and a historical person of the time period that we were talking about in U.S. history.
Okay.
And it was like a Facebook profile. And I made them friends with Nelson Mandela and with Morgan Freeman.
Amazing.
But I swapped the photos.
I love that. That's amazing.
Isn't that incredible?
Did anyone catch it?
Yes.
Okay.
Immediately, people were like, wait a minute.
Well, that's good.
And I was like, all right, well, I think it's funny because Nelson Mandela played Morgan Freeman in a movie.
Right. Yep.
Yep. That in that order.
Yep. That was a good movie. I liked that movie.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
talked about like football, but with weird rules. And then they talked about a poem I like.
Yeah. And that was the whole movie.
And that was the whole movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it rugby? I thought it was rugby.
Yeah, that's what that's
Okay.
what
I got you.
rugby is just football with weird rules.
And no helmets.
Yeah, but as they say in the movie, rugby is a hooligans game played by gentlemen.
Right. And then isn't something else a gentleman's game played by hooligans?
Soccer.
Ah, yes. Yes. Let's play rugby sometime.
I don't know the rules.
Me neither. But that's okay. We'll figure it out.
I think you have to like gather at the beginning and then you'll do like a thing.
Isn't it called like a scrum or something? Is that a word?
Oh yeah, you scrum. But no, scrumming is a different thing. Scrumming is when you're getting ready for the game and you have to like lather yourself up. I'm scrumming it up.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is.
I wonder how many people I'm going to make mad. I made the comment about tacos and I made making way too many comments about rugby.
Yes. Hey, friend who I won't name because I didn't ask you if I could name you, but friend who lives in Spokane, tell us how rugby works. Okay, thanks, bye. She's probably listening. She listened to the first one. She texted me about the geese. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We both got a lot of texts about geese.
We sure did.
Another friend of ours, a mutual friend, who we sometimes play a certain tabletop role-playing game with.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, she used to play rugby for also a person who texted both of us about listening to the podcast.
Right. Yeah. I could see her playing rugby.
She played for a university in Colorado in Boulder. And
Are there more than one university in Boulder, Colorado?
there are.
Oh, really? What's the other one?
I can't list it because then I would tell. It's Naropa.
Ah,
Naropa. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
It's a Buddhist university.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah. Anyways,
Great.
so this person played for the rugby team, and I would sometimes see them play against our rugby team.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who won?
I don't remember. That's not why I went to those games.
Fair enough. Cool. Nice.
We know a lot of people that could teach us about rugby. We have a mutual friend
Mm-hmm.
who now lives in San Francisco,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Yep.
who also played rugby at our university.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at all these rugbyists, rugbyites.
Rugbers.
I like that. Yeah, the rugbers.
Oh, instead of like a bugbear, it's a rug bear.
It's just a walking rug. Why would it sound like that? Why wouldn't it sound like?
Because of the rug burn.
Oh yeah.
They're upset. They're
Ouch.
grumpy.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy.
Grumpy.
Yeah, those things are opposite of each other.
I'm
Great.
upset. I have no backbone.
Aw.
Oh.
You sad little invertebrate.
You can take one evolutionary trait from any animal. Which feature are you taking?
Somebody's really long tongue like a frog or an anteater or something. Because have you ever
That's a
like,
fun party trick.
Yeah, or like if you're eating a Go-Gurt or something, you know?
Reach all the way into the bottom of the tube.
Yeah. The possibilities are endless. Yeah.
You could catch things with it.
You could.
It's
Yeah. Like
like-
someone throws you their keys and you just like,
The original X-Men movie, there was like the villain character,
oh, yeah.
the frog guy. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you remember the frog guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you take from an animal or a thing?
The not cool part of me really wants wings,
Okay.
but the fun part of me, really wants like spikes, like porcupine spikes that I could just
Oh.
like shoot at people.
That would be cool.
Or more specifically, I want them so that I always have like a toothpick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's convenient.
That would be convenient.
I think
Yeah.
they're really painful if they break on that creature, but for me they're not.
Like if a porcupine has one that breaks on itself,
Yeah,
then that's no good.
I think that's not good.
Oh.
I don't know though. I actually don't know. So, if you're a biologist, leave us a 5-star review.
Well, what if you had spikes more like an ankylosaurus, where it's like a bunch of rhino horns all over yourself, as opposed to like porcupine spines, quills.
I don't like
pokes.
that. That's not as fun. That feels like it'd tear through a lot of t-shirts.
This is true, but you could just like flex and do like the shirt rip thing that they do in cartoons. Yeah. You ever watch The Fairly Odd Parents when we were youths?
When I was a youth, yes, not currently.
Okay, me too. Remember that guy that would like do the shirt
Oh,
rip thing?
and he was always competing with Cosmo.
Yeah. And then his shirt would just like rip and then reappear and then rip and then reappear like 4 times in a row.
Wasn't he like a Latin lover like type? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, now that we talked about it more, I feel like he had a rose in his teeth pretty often.
Oh yeah, because he
Yeah.
really wanted Wanda for some reason.
Right. I mean, she's got cool hair, so that's cool. Good on Wanda.
Good on her.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you remember the Jimmy Timmy Power Hours?
Do I remember the Jimmy Timmy No, I really don't remember what happened during them.
I mean, I don't remember any like plot details, but like just the fact that they did those,
Oh yeah,
that was wild.
who was Jimmy?
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron.
And they would like have each in the animation style of the other.
Mhm.
It was like it was cool. It was neat.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I do miss that.
Good on you, Nickelodeon. Got any more questions for us?
I think. Do you want to do one more question?
Let's do one more question.
One more question from the audience that emailed us clearly.
Yes, that's real.
Let's end on a high note.
Like C sharp. That was a C sharp.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody. It's been okay. One more question.
Okay.
So in the show, The Good Place,
Okay.
one of the characters' favorite ice cream flavors was full cell phone battery.
Okay.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Ooh, my favorite ice cream flavor. Ooh, man, that's a tricky one. Do you have one off the top of your head?
I'm thinking really hard about it because I don't think I have a specific one.
I kind of want it to be like I'm thinking of like coffee things, but that already exists. I want it to be Folgers in your cup flavored.
Ice cream?
Yeah, it's the best part of waking up.
You want coffee flavored ice cream?
Specifically, Folgers in your cup flavored.
What does
Yes.
that mean?
It means that you got a cup and you put Folgers in it and then just like capture that feeling. Just think about it for a sec. And that's what the ice cream tastes like.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
like
right.
that one weird commercial that they have that's like a brother and sister, but it's like they're maybe a little too friendly. Not like that. Just
Okay.
like a regular cup of regular Folgers.
No weird
No weird
sibling undertones.
Yeah. None of that. Yeah.
All right, I think I could get behind that.
Yeah.
I think for me, my favorite ice cream flavor would be like having picked up my guitar in a week, come back to it, immediately try to play something, play it right the first time.
Ooh.
Right.
That would be a good flavor.
Or putting a USB into a computer without having to flip it up or upside down.
Oh, that's real. Yeah, that would be a great flavor. Yeah. Or
Not studying for a test, but doing better than you thought.
okay.
Yeah.
It's a good flavor. Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, hear me out. Neapolitan.
Have you ever had spumoni?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's a Neapolitan in that it's 3 different flavors. But the flavors are like vanilla, pistachio, and I think cherry.
Oh.
It's Italian. It's an Italian Neapolitan is spumoni.
Well, that's cool. No, I haven't had that.
I had it at a Carl's Pizza
Okay.
on in Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, really solid combination of flavors.
Nice.
Yeah. I kind of don't like chocolate anymore.
In ice cream or in general?
In like things. Ice cream included. I think as a kid, well, and I would even say like chocolate bars.
Okay.
I think as a kid I was like a fiend for chocolate, and now I'm not anymore.
Did you like overdo it a little bit?
I think I might have just grown out of it.
Okay. Kind of like me with Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's real.
Or me with Fall Out Boy.
Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. Well, that's a little sad. I'm sure chocolate feels sad to see you go.
I sure hope it feels something, because
You gave it so much of your life.
so much.
Yep. And you can never get that back.
Well, what a way to end our episode.
Indeed. Yeah.
Luke, it's been a pleasure.
As always.
Or should I say Scully Cully?
Yes, that is me. I forget your real name, so I'll just call you Jorge. It's great to see you.
It's great to see you, Luke.
Yes.
And I will see you here in a second, but also next time.
Yeah, next time. To our listeners, thanks for listening. We love you.
Thank you for letting us crash an hour of your evening, morning, whatever,
Or
night.
or noonish time.
Yeah,
Or
daytime.
whatever time. Or if you watch it in like a few chunks, listen to it in like a few chunks. That's also a thing that could happen.
If you have questions that you want us to answer, that's not necessarily what we do, but that's what we did today, and that's what we'll do in the future.
Yeah.
Feel free to email us your questions.
Do it now. Run.
Where do people email us?
Luke and Jorge pod @gmail.com.
Great. Where do people find us on Instagram?
Luke and Jorge pod is our call sign.
What about Twitter?
Same thing.
Call sign.
Yep.
Where do people find you on Instagram?
You can find me on Instagram at Luke's Sax Life, and there's 2 of the letter S in there. That's my Instagram call sign.
Great.
Where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Jorge the DM. Feel free to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, or leave us any review. But
Yeah.
5 stars is what we prefer.
Yeah.
If we go below like a 4.6, we get kicked off of the air.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's no good.
This is like when I was driving Lyft.
Yeah. We don't want that. Don't kick us off.
Don't kick us off.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's the end of the podcast.
Great. See you next time.
Bye-bye.